Hi, Patfalvey here. I run Ireland's leading adventure company for over the last 25 years, and I'd just like to welcome you today in relation to getting dressed and leaving for the summit of Mt Elbrus. It's Europe's highest mountain, and what I want to do is just go through it with you. Here I am. I'm just after getting up. I'm in the barrels, or I'm in one of the huts, and I've just put on my t-shirt and I put on my pants and I've put on my inner boots, so therefore I'm ready. I'm not going to go right down to the skin, you know, just to show you how to put this on, but just watch this. And this is the procedure that we will be using when we're climbing the likes of Mt Elbrus, or indeed any high trekking peak. So here we go. The first thing is, I'm a firm believer in layering systems. As you see, I have a t-shirt on, so I use dry flow or smart wool, and I layer them up in relation to how cold that I'm going to get. So here you can see this is one layer, right? That's a dry flow layer. I actually also use smart wool just to give the brands a break, just to show that this is that it doesn't matter. Like, lots of the brands are very, very good. So now I have on 2 layers, and my inner layer is a 3rd layer. So I can put another 1 or 2 on if I wish, but on this occasion I'm not. I then go to my fleece, and I have a series of fleeces that I use, but this one is very nice. It's from Berghaus. It's a hoodie, and I just put it on, and as you can see, there's long sleeves that I can use the thumb as in relation to a half a glove. And just watch this. This is an amazing piece of equipment. I just clip in like this, zip up, and a lot of the time, because I don't know whether it's because I'm bald or not, but basically people's heads get very, very cold. So you can see here, this is a hoodie, right? But it also has another advantage. It also has a mask like this. So I just put this over it so that I can actually use it to keep my nose and my mouth warm. So here I am. I have my pants. It's a power stretch pants. I have a liner inside this. I have my socks on, my booties on, and now I'm ready to put the wind gear on. So I usually have a Gore-Tex Pants, and on this occasion what's very, very important is the fact that you have, you know, full zips. You know, I find these absolutely incredible, because when you're at altitude you do not want to be exerting energy. So you can see how easy this is for me to put on. 1, I'll just open this. 2, and I can do this, believe it or not, with my big boots on, because of the fact I have the zips, you know, zipping up all the way. And then I just catch this and put it down to here for the time being, and here, because you see why in a minute when I put on the boots how this works. So now I have my wind pants on, and this is very important because when it gets cold and the wind comes up, you know, one of the main things that you want to protect is the heat within your system. You don't want to lose heat through your hands or your head or your legs. So then I put on my windstop jacket. So here it goes. Windstop jacket now goes on, and usually people can take a long time to get dressed, but it's most important that we practice, because if it's very cold outside, it's important that we can layer and delayer very fast. So here I am, I'm ready with this. Then the next thing is, because we may be using rope techniques on the ice, it's going to depend. Sometimes we get away without using them, but I also now going to put on a harness, and I like web harnesses mainly because of the fact they're very light, and at altitude it's very important that we cut down weight. So here goes, you know, we just put in here. Now I use this system, and I also use a DMM, which is like a bod harness, which means I have no leg loops whatsoever. So now this is ever before I get out of the tent, I put on my harness and I tighten up, and it's very important to have this secure. So here we go, tightened up, put this up around my big stomach. It's amazing as you get older, you know, and make sure that you pull tight. And the best about this system is it's not a double back loop system. Now at this stage, in the event of we're going to use a fixed rope technique on the cone of the crater, right, and on Elbrus, we'll just attach 3 carabiners and we'll attach it to a cow's tail. And this is mainly in the event that we'll have to pass protection. If any one of you seen my recent film, The Summit, you will see where someone fell off a K2 because they didn't clip in right. Like all of these techniques, we will actually practice. So I just clip that in there and in here. Now, I'm ready now to move outside the hut because I'm going to put on my big boots next and the crampons, which I can't use in the hut. So therefore, if you look, we can hire these. Some of them are plastic boots. I have a faster system, like, you know, like the Scarpa 6000 meter, which is a very fast system to clip in and clip out. I love this because of the fact that I do a lot of stuff at altitude, and it's the speed at which we can get in and out. Just watch this. I have my boots on. I just actually, you know, put my shoe in like this. It's the reason why I left my pants up and I'm in. So then what happens is, just watch this. This is an amazing system. I pull, and I just pull these 2 strings, and in actual fact, that's it tight. And then I clip in here and I pull the whole system together to make sure that my foot is rigid. Oh, here it goes. Now I'll just pull this up and just watch this. This is amazing. This is a fully integrated gaiter. So I clip and I just go like pull up, and now I'm finished. And then I just pull down my zip and I'm protected. There's no snow going to get in here, right? So I'll just put on the second one. Here we go. And you can see how easy it is to get into it. Make sure that all the lacing is opened up before you do it. You see, so easy. And again, pull, pull. There we go. Oh my God, tonight is great. And just pull the whole boot together. It's a fantastic system. I love this system. Up against this here, and you can see how fast that you should be ready to get going. Now, speed is very, very important when it comes to altitude climbing. And pull up again and down, and here we are. Now, before we go higher on the mountain, and as we leave, because it can be very cold, we're going to put on our crampon, and you know, in the cold of night, just to have them on. So again, it's to have them ready. And again, if you look at the speed, have them properly sized, clip them in. It's so easy, always making sure that you keep this bind to the outside. Okay, here it goes. Okay, through this, like that, around, up, over, and just actually, this is a great system. I've cut the strings so that I don't have too much left over so that I will fall. So here goes. Now that's that one on. That's sounding solid. And the next one, we go like this. Again, you have it ready. Over. Make sure that the loops are out. In you go. Up. And around. Back. Pull tight. Back into here. Around. And it kind of loops over like a figure of 8. Here goes. Now that's that. Now we have our head torch. Always make sure when you have your head torch that you have enough batteries, you know, for getting through the night. you know, it's a way easier when you can see what you're doing. Have an easy adjustable. Well, before I put that on, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect my head, and I'm going to put on a balaclava. So here we go. So let's take a look at it. This is the warm gear. So usually, like, this is good enough for me to go, and I usually have my down jacket in the bag, but sometimes, you know, I've had up to minus 30 degrees Celsius going on Elbrus. You know, sometimes I've had it 0. So therefore, I usually myself, because I want to take it on and take it off, I put my down jacket on over all my wind stops, and I just zip it up, and this is if I'm very, very cold. So I'm like the Michelin Man, you know. Geez, do I look that fat? Anyway, from here, what we do next is we go for the protection. On this occasion, I'm going to wear a light balaclava. So here goes, light balaclava on over my head. You know, for bald people, it's very important to keep the solar panel protected. You know, on this occasion, I will put my beanie and my buff. It depends on how cold it is. I can use this as a scarf to protect me, but I'm going to put this in for the time being into my bag, so if I need it later, I can get it. As I said, the places we're going to lose the heat is through our feet. As you can see now, it's very much protected. Through our head, which is now very much protected, and a lot of the heat will escape through our hands, and these are the parts that can get frostbite most. So for me, if it's a warm night, what I'll do is I'll just wear a pair of gloves like this, but mainly it's going to be cold, and what I like is mitts. Just watch this. This is a pair of gloves, and my mitts, I love big mitts, you know, like ones that you can stick your hand straight in and that you're warm. So here goes. And as I said earlier, I love these. These are elastics that I make just from a 1-inch elastic at home. I put my gloves in like this, and as you can see, look at that, grand big wide mitts. And I can do it on the second, same thing, grand big wide mitts. So that's me. So now I'm as snug as a bug in a rug, and I can go down to minus 40 degrees Celsius like this. If it's a case it gets colder, what I will do is I'll just take this off now. Like if you look at this one, it's standing on the elastics. I take these gloves off and I put them away, and I put on a warmer pair of mitts like this with a smaller glove inside in it, and oh, how did that fall off? And I can put this back in here again. You know, the main reason why we try to use these elastics is if there's a storm up, that these mitts don't blow away, because within seconds you can get very cold. So when it gets hotter, you know, it's very important that you be able to layer the systems. So as we get hotter and we're starting to move, as you can see now, I can delayer very fast. I can take these off, take these off, take these off, take these off. I will actually have a bag like this, and I will just, you know, stuff them in like that, and then put them into my rucksack. I can put these gloves on. So I'm going to leave them off for the time being, just to finish this section of the video. These are my hats, and it's very important to be tidy when you're doing things like this. You know, during the night, if it's very blustery, like, you know, as if we have like a blizzard, it's very important to have a pair of goggles. Now I have my goggles adapted to the fact of having a mask on it, which is something similar to like this, that it protects my face and my nose. But hopefully we won't get blizzards. We're not looking for a blizzard, that's for one sure thing. So, but it's very important that you bring them, you know, when we're going on the likes of Elbrus. So I'm just going to put this away again, because I'm not going to need it for the time being. And you know, lots of the mornings that we get are absolutely spectacular. But what I will do is I will also have my category 4 glasses, and sometimes there's a need for them even at night, just to keep the wind off your face. So okay, here we go, let's start. Now I'm just going to put these away into my rucksack, and I'll talk a little bit about the rucksack later. Now if you're taking it that we're moving and I'm getting very warm, the first thing I can do, I'm just going to take a look at my rucksack. I just want to show you something first. 2 liters of water, very important to hydrate for when you're traveling. So I'm just going to put these in here, and I usually put these in a sock so they don't freeze, and usually with hot water. I'll also put my crampon bag so that when I'm finished with my crampons I can put them on the back of my rucksack. Is in here. I'll put an extra balaclava and a pair of gloves, and for coming down, because some of these expeditions, it'll take us about 13 hours to get up and down off the summit. So for when the sun comes out, I have my little light hat with the protection so that I don't burn. So I'm just going to put this in here like that, and of course I'll bring Freddie, our little mascot that's gone all around the world with us, 250,000 children following him. So okay, why not bring him to the summit? So he's in here as well. Now as we're moving, we have a choice of whether we're going to be using ice axe or whether we're going to be using ski poles. But just let me show you. This is poles, this is ice axe. And when we're carrying the ice axe, we carry it like this. We can leave that out. So if it's a case we fall, because we're not too sure whether it'll be icy or just snow. But we will do all the training with you in relation to ice axe, crampons, getting dressed, just like we're doing now. So do come and actually join in one of our courses. But I like the 58 centimeter ice axe just down to my boots, because when I'm walking like on a steep ground I can do it like that, and if I was to fall I can just go straight over and straight down. So that's if it's a case I have an ice axe. But mainly if it's snow, we will be using ski poles. Now there is a trick with using ski poles. Ski poles is not to balance you. Ski poles in actual fact is to help you to take about 64 ton of pressure off your knees in a day. Now usually what I do is I just catch it to my hip, just like this. Lots of people catch the sticks like that. If you have to catch the stick, they're wrong. Did you ever see a skier ski? The way they're going like this down the slope? Well, what it is that you put your hand in like this and down. So all the weight goes onto your palm of your hand on both hands. So like when you're climbing, for instance, like if you take it ever before I'm down, I'm up. Ever before I'm down, I'm up. Ever before I'm down, I'm up. And believe it or not, and having done over 100 expeditions, you save in relation to 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day by taking over 64 ton of pressure off your knees and your back. Over the years I've had some phenomenal problems with my back. I pulled my L3 and my L4, but since I started using sticks, I've had no problem in my back, no problem in my shoulders, and no problem in my knees. So we do it like this. And please do sign in, because we have a full blog on how to use your sticks properly and how to show you how to take 64 ton of pressure by using your center of gravity as you climb a mountain. Now let me think. Yes, I think I've gone through most of the stuff with our summit attempt. I think we're covered for most of the temperatures that we will get. And what I'm now going to do is just to show you, how we delayer. Because during the day, once the sun comes up, and if it comes out, man, I've had it 20 degrees Celsius, 25 degrees even, with the sun baking down on top of me, and I dress like this. So we have to delayer fast. So if you just watch what we do when we delayer. And that's the reason why you need a good sized rucksack. First and foremost, we want to put our ice axe away. Make sure you put the tip in. But look at this, right? We just actually catch it like this, put it down, around and up, and then look like that, and we have that sorted. Now crampons because we wanted to layer fast, so therefore it's very hot, so I'm just going to take off my down jacket. And again, as I say, don't be too fussy about sticking it into your bag. Once the sun comes up, you probably, as you're coming down, will be able to do this. Just catch it like this and stuff it in. Just stuff it in. Just stuff it in. Just stuff. And one of the things that we do want to do is we want to make sure everything is inside in the rucksack with nothing tailing out, because if there's a high wind up, it will actually just destabilize you and actually just push you to the side. So I tell you now, temperature is rising. It's nearly 20 degrees Celsius, so I need to delayer. So I'm going to take off my wind jacket. You know, as it gets hotter during the day, I'm just going to stuff this in here, as you see. Look at that, just stuff it in. And now we're take off and pull down the balaclava, take out my hands from here. I'm also going to take off because we're now down into walking territory again. But as you can see, it's very important that we're able to loosen up everything. Very simple. Look, even the crampons. Just take a look at this. You just catch it like this, one finger, and do that. And look, once you have this all practiced, you're out. Second, pull just like this and you're out. You know, it should take you no more than a minute and a half to get your crampons on or off. My harness I will take down and I will pull out, and now I want to take off my pants because it is getting very hot during the day, and it will, you know, a lot of the times. So watch this. I just zip up, zip up. Oh my God, it's cool now, thanks be to God. Unclip, down, out, and pack away. Here, so I'm just going to put this in here, like that, pack away, and then my pants. Now I can put any of these on as fast as I'm taking them off. So that's that. Now what I want to do is, as you can see, the crampons are fairly sharp, so I don't want them to damage my very expensive good gear. So I'll just shorten them like that. Okay, push it down, in like this, get the two of them, put them together like that, and then we'll just see if we can get them into this bag here now. Okay. Now, isn't that good? Now that's my crampons away. So what I want to do, I'll just put my little mascot into my bag. But now I want to tie everything down. And one of the most important things with this is to have an ease of layering and delayering. If you don't, it'll make things so much awkward for you. Now I could take off this and go down to my t-shirt again, but I'm not going to do it now quite here. So I'm just going to tighten this up, crampons on. Now for me, I love when my crampons can be tied to the outside of the rucksack. So, one sec. So as you can see here, I'm just going to put them like that. Get this over here and pull this. Now, here it goes. Where is that bloody well other one? Right, here it goes. Now, that was a bit of a delay on my behalf, which was a bit careless. So that's that. And then I'll put my little Freddy in here like this, and we're ready to go. Now, here goes, up here like this. Now, one of the most important things with rucksacks is that you have the rucksack fitted properly. And to fit the rucksack properly, you can imagine now there's quite a lot of weight on this at the moment. So if you look, if I don't tie it properly, the weight is pushing me back like this. And if you take it, there's 10 kilos in this, it's going to use up a lot of energy in the day. So one of the most important things to do with a rucksack is to ensure that you have the balance right. So here goes. Very important to have a good hip strap. So now what you do is you release everything, put the hip strap across, pull and pull. The strongest part of our body, believe it or not, is our hips. So we'll cross this here. Now I have about 10-12 kilos inside here, but if you look, there's no weight on my shoulders. Everything is on here, and that makes it so much lighter. And on top of that, if you look at the streamline of the rucksack, there's nothing hanging outside that rucksack. Some people, what they do is the rucksack they get is too small. So whether it's going uphill or downhill, this is the way to have your rucksack. No weight on either side of your shoulders. So I'm ready to go. I'm also, I find this most important because of, you know, like climbers will have very bad backs or indeed legs. So I'm ready to go. But watch this, like if you watch when I'm coming down, it's like a crutch. I'm already up, I'm already up, I'm already up. And that will, believe it or not, save you 64 ton of pressures off your legs in a day. You know what that's equivalent to? 3 lorry loads of blocks. Yes, 3 lorry loads of blocks, of catching a block like this and actually moving it and putting it this way, and moving it and putting it this way. Using these properly, I assure you that you'll have a better back, better knees, and a better ability to keep going into your 80s. On that note, it's Pat Falvey from Irish and Worldwide Adventures, Ireland's leading adventure company for the last 25 years. We look forward to seeing you on one of our expeditions to somewhere around the world, and I look forward to climbing with you. So on that note, thank you very much, and don't forget, join in on one of our courses, ring us, or indeed email us or call me at any time at +353 6466 44181. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video blog.